All right, taking a full look at weather now. Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. We're talking about sugar addictions, and we're getting close to Halloween. We're going to fill up the bags.
I know. The candy season has been over for a long time, but is now back, so that's a struggle.
It looks like I'm thinking about the weather on Halloween night already, but I'm getting far ahead of myself here.
That's the exact last thing I'm going to talk about in my weathercast, so stay tuned for another 3 minutes, and you'll find out exactly what your Halloween forecast looks like. Let's get you there first, though. Here's a live look from Domenico's on the wharf, the harbor in the shadows of the hillside to the west now as the sun begins to, well, depart our skies this evening. Really, our planet's just rotating away from the sun ultimately, but either way, you get the picture. It's getting dark, and in the distance, you may be able to pick out a layer of smoke. This is from a controlled burn that occurred in the Gabilan Range today, southeast of Salinas. We'll be watching for any air quality issues at the moment. We're looking good. I could see some of that smoke lying down. Ooh. Did you wave to the bird as it flew by? Hi, bird. Some sort of gull, ultimately, I'm sure. Either way, I get distracted pretty easily. Right in the lower elevations, there's another one. They're just going crazy right now. Some smoke potentially downstream, and when I say downstream, I mean to the north and west of that fire tonight. I don't expect a lot, but places like Chular, Salinas, maybe even Castroville could see a little bit of smoke overnight tonight and tomorrow morning as that drainage wind kicks in. We'll watch it for you. At the moment, not seeing any major issues out there. Otherwise, temperatures, the other story today. We started off on the cool note this morning. One of the cooler nights of the year so far. The air did warm up a little bit today, but it also continued the drying trend. So it will be another cool night overnight for us. Temperatures getting down into the 40s for many coastal cities, but I think we'll be a little bit warmer than this time last night. High pressure is building in. That's starting to warm us up a little bit, although it's going to be passing through pretty quickly. There's still a chilly air mass in place behind the weather system that's now moving through the Great Lakes. But either way, we have some clouds also starting to increase, and there is just a weak weather system. You can see this band of clouds right here. These are some of the high-level clouds with it. There's a frontal system in the lower levels, which is sliding down the coast and will be here tomorrow. It's a very weak front, and we may not notice too much from it, but it is going to help provide some low clouds back into the forecast for us tomorrow, and that may start as soon as tonight in the form of a little bit of fog into tomorrow morning. So a little bit cloudier tomorrow. That's going to be a little bit cooler as well. This weather system passing by, another one to the north. Really, we're just kind of caught in this pattern where most of the weather systems are going to go by to the northeast, and we're watching for something to open up to the west, which could provide some rain for us eventually. We're watching this weekend. One weak system tries to make it to the west coast. We're going to watch that. At the moment, it doesn't look like we're going to see anything from it, but that could change as we move forward in the forecast. So kind of getting back to where we are now, as I mentioned, onshore flow could bring a few low clouds and a bit of fog by tomorrow morning. It'll take some time for that to develop. There's nothing really showing up offshore right now. So if I do see any, it'll be on the south side of the bay tomorrow. So watch out for a little bit of fog from Salinas to the Monterey Peninsula tomorrow morning. Then during the day tomorrow, we're more likely to see those low clouds as onshore flow strengthens. We'll also have some mid to high level clouds passing through. Again, this is a weak weather system, weaker than the one that came through this weekend. That one brought a little bit of drizzle. This one may bring a little bit tomorrow night, but if it does, it won't be much, and we'll be focused on the south and east sides of the bay. Behind it, winds for the next couple of days, so we will have a little bit more wind after today was a little bit calmer, and ultimately temperatures will be a little bit cooler as well. I've got highs mostly in the 60s across Santa Cruz County tomorrow, 68 in Santa Cruz, 67 in Capitola, just a little bit cooler up into the mountains. Over to the east shore of the bay, mostly 60s tomorrow. We'll find temperatures closer to 70s. You head into the northern inland valleys, but again, generally a little bit cool tomorrow with that system passing through. Salinas, your high 65. Monterey tomorrow only in the low 60s, and again, we'll have some low clouds, I think, at times across the peninsula, and that northwesterly wind off of the water. And then farther south, we'll see highs reaching the 70s in the south, but nearest the coast, we're going to stay in the 60s. All right, so Veronica, we did talk about Halloween, so let's get you there on the 7-day forecast. Coastal temperatures for the next couple of days, somewhat cool, but warming up a little bit toward the end of the week. In fact, right now, Halloween looks fairly warm. The air mass above us looks like it's going to be pretty mild at least, but ahead of that, we are watching this weekend for a weak system passing through that could potentially bring a little bit of light precipitation. I don't expect a big storm, but we could see something. I've got watching on the forecast for Sunday. Inland areas, similar story, will be a little cool for the next couple days, warm up a little bit through the weekend. Right now, no major storms on the horizon though.
Sounds good. Thank you, Dan.